Alright, now I know if you clicked on this, you might be thinking, Tyler, where the hell, not pun intended, is the episode 2 review that you promised? It's coming. It's almost done. Just for circumstances, I haven't been able to finish it. I'm very sorry. I will finish it as soon as possible, but first, I wanted to talk about this because this trailer came out like 2 weeks ago, and I want to do a little bit of a review. Shut up. And I know it's probably a bit late, obviously, because it's been like 2 weeks, so no one's gonna watch this, but I want to share my thoughts on the trailer, so here we are. For starters, we have this shot of Millie throwing Santa's peppermint soda, so it's possibly some sort of like holiday special.
Guys, do you feel that?
This voice line from Luna is very interesting. I literally have no idea what it could be. Maybe it's some sort of like virus or something that affects only demons, or maybe even only affects whatever Luna is. I literally don't know. And I'm pretty sure that was intentional to be very vague, but it's a very interesting thing to include in the trailer, I think. It took me a second to register that this is a half-naked Blitz here. I hate everything about this shot, and I'm terrified as to what on earth this scene is gonna be. It's certainly something, though. There you go. Here we have a dramatic shot of Moxie and Blitz tied up. Shut up. And I honestly don't think that this is gonna be anything more than just like an episodic threat, because I feel like lots of like trailers do this where they have something that seems bad or dramatic, but then you watch it and it's like a quick thing that you forget about by the next episode. So I'm not worried about it.
All right! Don't panic, Moxie!
Again, I think this is just in here, especially set to the picture of them stuck in a room for dramatic effect. I mean, it's very in character. Moxie is constantly a nervous wreck, and as I said in my episode 1 review, Millie is just, in my opinion, just seems to kind of just always be there simply for the purpose of keeping Moxie from freaking out. Which, this is not a review on the show, so I'm not going to get into that, but it just seems very in character. So I don't see anything of significance in that, but who knows? The next thing in this trailer that I want to talk about is this wolf dude, and I would just like think it's like some sort of episodic threat or something, but Blitz's look of surprise at seeing him makes me a little curious. Like, maybe they have some sort of history, I don't know. Or maybe Blitz is just surprised to see some big, beefy wolf dude staring at him menacingly. I legit don't know. I feel like, as I've said with this, anything can happen. The show doesn't really seem to have a lot of boundaries. So I'm curious, but my theory at the moment is that there's some sort of history between Blitz and this wolf guy. This one has me intrigued, because just from like the look of this setting, it doesn't seem to be hell, it seems to be somewhere in the living world. But I just find it weird, because usually when they're on missions, Luna doesn't really seem to come along with them. So I'm just like curious as to what she's doing here. If it's in hell, then I'm completely wrong, but like the sky in hell seems to constantly be a dark red, and that's not a dark red, so I'm curious. A very high amount of the comments on the trailer are referring to this clip of Stolas eating depression cereal, which I personally don't have a lot to say about it. I think it speaks for itself, really, but it is a bit concerning, because obviously he's not doing well. Anyone who watched episode 2 can see that. But I'm worried about him. Hello? I'm worried. There are a few shots like this in the trailer of Blitz holding like a gun in a dark red room dramatically. And he's probably on a job given the fact that he's holding a gun. What I'm more concerned about is his expression is kind of like hesitant, which is very out of character for him because usually he's like very quick to kill. Like he doesn't tend to hesitate from what we've seen so far. So maybe he has like assuming that he is even like on a job killing somebody, maybe it's somebody that he had a connection to in his past, so he's hesitant. I really don't know. But that's just my theory. Are we gonna see the return of the robotic Fizzeroli? Cause that's what that looks like right there. Stolas is dressed fancy and looking surprised, standing up from a dinner table. I don't know what that means, but it's very interesting.
Does anybody love you?
Lizzo.
So this is the last thing I wanted to talk about in this video because it's the last thing the trailer that stood out to me is the use of this line. Because I know what the line's from. It's from episode 2. It's Fizzeroli asking that question. I just find it very interesting to use that line specifically in the trailer, especially since the episode already came out. And it also has another shot of Blitz in that red room with a gun during that, if you saw. So, if my theory from earlier is correct, then he is facing somebody from his past, maybe some sort of love partner that he has to kill for whatever reason. I don't know what that's about, but I feel like there's a reason why they chose that line specifically. Like, out of all the lines to choose, they chose to reuse a line, and then they chose to reuse that specific line. So I'm curious, and I know I've been saying that a lot, but I don't know what that could mean. But who knows? I feel like Blitz has some hidden trauma. I mean, I guess all of them do, probably. That's all I really wanted to say in this video. Episode 2 thing will be out at some point. Yeah, goodbye.